Hi, it's day 19, and I just wanted to, I'm not going to do a tutorial today. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself and about my business. I know I got onto this just starting off with different tutorials and telling you about a contest I have and rantings, ravings, everything else. But wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and about my business so you can learn a little bit more about me. Now, my name is Daniel Lazarus. I was born and raised in Tampa, Florida. Lived there 18 years of my life. Graduated from high school, of course. Actually graduated in summer school. Really did something different. Don't want to brag, but I think I was one of the first persons to use a laptop in school because of my ADHD that I had. My mom is a retired school person who was a principal for 33 years, and because she had pull in the area, she got them to allow me to have this little laptop word processor. No colors on the screen, just black and white. Was able to do my work, print it off, turn it in, and that was great. That helped me out through school. But when I got out, I got into the military, and I originally went in for satellite communications, but that didn't work out, so I got transferred over to water boy. So I did water purification while I was in the military. So you can reference, Pauly Shore's in the Army now and some other, goofy little movies if you want. I've heard it all already. But while I was in the military, I did do some face painting. Now, by face painting I mean moulage. I made people look like they were dead so that the medics in the field could practice and stuff. And I was just a private. And they said, okay, we need somebody who knows what they're doing and who could be in charge of this. And like always, I raised my hand, exceeded expectations, and while the rest of my platoon was taking noon showers and going and watching movies in Germany, I was making people look dead all day long. So that was fun. My face painting career actually started off in Helen, Georgia, where I met Lynn Backus, who I talked about in my last video. And you can go check her website out at fineartabackus.com. And I'll put the link in the info bar and on my blog again, or you can go to yesterday's blog and click on her link there. She had a little shop in Helen, Georgia, and she was doing portraits, hand-drawn portraits in charcoal, oil, and pastel. And she was actually doing some face painting out of her shop. Well, at the time, I was working at this little restaurant making Reuben sandwiches during Oktoberfest and all this. And when I finally met her, I got her a set called a Mom's Kit from Snazaroo. It was a long time ago. They don't have it anymore. They have different kits now. And it came with 12 different colors, sponges, brushes, and everything. Well, I befriended her and started watching her shop for her while she was at her other job as a pastry chef for Burnell College in Gainesville, Georgia. And I would paint my face and, do all kinds of things, check online, see what kind of face paintings were out there, and I'd do it all myself. She asked me, what are you doing at another job? Why aren't you doing this? So she allowed me to set up outside. She was in a little alleyway. There's a restaurant across from her. She had her little shop, a t-shirt shop next to her. And I set up in the little alleyway there and had my little table. And I was making some pretty good money. Now, because I was in the alleyway, I wasn't getting a lot of, attention. So I moved out to the street of Helen onto the Main Street area. Now, street performers are allowed to set up out there and ask for donations. They're not allowed to charge. So I started doing it for donations. I set up a little chair, a little table with paints on it, big old bucket, clear bucket to, get all my money in. I'd bait it with a 1 and a 5. I was making anywhere from $150 to $250 a day. Well, my boss at my other job said, I'm letting all the teenagers go to homecoming, whether they have tickets or not. So you could do dishes, or we can part on good terms. And I thought that was really funny how he put that. You know, did he want to get rid of me anyways? So I told him, give me until the end of the day. Went and talked to Lynn and decided, called him up and said, I quit. The next day, I made $160. That's twice as much money as I would have made at the other job. And the other job was 8 hours. I was out there for less than 6 and made $160 in one day in tips. I said, forget this. I'm not doing another mundane job. Well, that didn't last very long. Had to go out and find some jobs, some odd jobs and stuff, and do what I had to do to make sure that the bills were covered. And we moved from Helen, Georgia to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, where we thought it was going to be good, but because Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg are all in one straight line, and it's very difficult. For the 5 years we were there, it was difficult for me to just hold down one spot. I tried in different things, and it just didn't work out. So while we were in Pigeon Forge, somebody had told us about the Virginia Highlands Festival. And my partner had been contacted by one of the people that works in the youth area. His name was Bill Eberhardt. He just recently passed away from cancer, and we're sorry to see him go. But because of that, we got into the Virginia Highlands Festival and did face painting for kids in the kids area. We had fun doing it, and we decided when our lease was up, we're going to move to Abingdon. So here we are, we're in Abingdon. We've been doing the Virginia Highlands Festival for over 4 years now, having a blast, doing little odd jobs here and there. I did have some mundane jobs, but I quit those. Like I said, too much stress, being overworked, underpaid, underappreciated for the job you do, and it just stresses you out. So finally I broke through all that stress. Now I am the second vice president of the Virginia Highlands Festival, which means in 3 years I will become president of the Highlands Festival. Probably one of the youngest presidents of the Virginia Highlands Festival. I'll be 36 at the time. So, other than that, I really got started with Katmandew when I was in Helen, Georgia with Lynn Backus. And I always loved doing a cat face on me, and it looked really good. So I developed my tiger face that I usually wear. And you can see it on my website and on, my Facebook and my MySpace and all the other places. And Mr. Tiger just didn't sound good. So I was a cat, changed the C to a K. I'm a man, and I love Mountain Dew. I used to drink it all the time. I don't drink it as much because, there's just not a need for it. And, I drink it once in a while, but it's not a big deal. I would love for Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, if you're watching this, Pepsi, if you're watching this, I would love for you to be a sponsor. Katmandew. Love Mountain Dew. Woo! Yeah. But, I don't think that's going to happen. So, we'll just see. But the thing is, came up with Katmandew, and my partner Lynn Backus made an awesome costume for me out of this, pants with a tail hanging off the back, and I had a tuxedo top with the, tails, all made out of tiger stripe faux fur. In fact, let me see. Here they are. And it's stuck. I'll just break the hanger. It's plastic anyways. Cotton in the tail. Pants. Tail hanging off the back. I also have a vest to go with it. I really don't wear the jacket unless it's cold outside. I also had a hat, but it's way too floppy and it's nerve-wracking on my head when I'm trying to paint. But using just, my vest and my pants, I really get a lot of attention, especially when my face is painted. So, we came up with that, and I decided I wanted to call it Katmandew Face Painting. But we were in Gatlinburg for one Christmas, and it was being aired on the radio, and one of the radio personalities said, "This is not just face painting, This is face art. And that's when I got the idea, okay, I'll change it to Katmandew Face and Body Art. Because I do more than just the face painting. I do body painting, I do temporary tattoos and glitter, I do henna tattoos and stuff. Anything that's temporary body art, I pretty much do. And like I said, I'm also working on getting some prosthetics. Body Effects from New Zealand is sending me a package. And like I keep reiterating, I don't know how long that's going to take to get here. But when it does, it's going to be fantastic, and I'll show you some really cool stuff with that. And Diamond Effects sponsored me, of course. You keep hearing me say that over and over and over again. And I've been using their paints, and they've been really generous and nice to me in emails and in phone calls. I mean, definitely, if you get a chance, go out there. Go to diamondeffects.biz, order their products. It's still up, so the deal is still there. If you type in KFBA in lowercase letters with 365 at the end, KFBA 365, in the coupon code, you will get your 15% discount still and a special gift. As far as I know, that's still up. She hasn't changed anything. So go now, go to diamondeffects.biz and order some product and get you 15% off your entire order and your special gift. Other things, Katmandew Face and Body Art. Because I do a lot of face painting at different festivals and events, I usually actually purchase a vendor spot and sell my product. You know, $5 for a cheek or eye design, $10 for a half face, $15 for a full face, $20 for the whole head and neck. You know, it can go up. Upper half of the body is $125. Or no, what I have, upper body is $150, full lower body is $100, full body is $250, full body with a photo shoot is $500. Now, I really don't have the setup for a photo shoot, but I do have some different photographers that I am working with, and we can do all kinds of things. Now, for the festivals and events, I would rather be hired out for those. And if you've noticed on my website, a little annotation thing pops up at the bottom and it says $100 commission. If you find me a job that pays me $500 or more for the job, I will give you a $100 commission on that job. So go out there, find me a job and say, hey, I know you do this festival and stuff like that, but you gotta hire Katmandew Face and Body Art to be the face painter for the kids area. Or, you know, I usually set up in the arts and crafts area because mine is more art oriented than it is kid oriented. So it works both ways and they love it. But this allows them to get free face painting at the event because they paid me for it. And just go out there and say, yeah, you gotta hire him. It's only $500 a day. You know, it's well worth it because you'll see these happy smiles. He usually gets lines that are backed up 5-6 hours long. And it's true. I have had that happen. Foothills Fall Festival in Maryville, Tennessee. Used to have kids line up in line and they'd be last in line and I'd be closing up because I had to. And they'd come back the next day and they wouldn't get there early enough. They'd be in the back of the line. They'd be there for 2 days straight waiting to get their face painted. I usually go to the back of the line. If I notice them, I'll pick them up, I'll bring them here, and I'll say, look guys, he's been waiting 2 days for this. And I'll paint the kid's face right then and there. I'll just, you know, make him happy. But this allows, you know, it is a great marketing employee too, because there's a lot of different things that I can do along with it. My website also dictates that I do living statue work. I hire out models who I paint as living statues and put them out there, and they stand around. It's great for corporate parties, company functions, you know, all kinds of things, because they could be holding a guest book that the person could be signing, not even noticing that they're real. Then all of a sudden there's just that subtle movement that they make, you know, that really strikes them. Or they're looking for a pen and the person pulls it out. I mean, it's just really fun, and it's also a great way of marketing for businesses and stuff. Set a human statue out in front of your store, you know, handing out flyers every once in a while, or just holding them out, and you know, as the person tries to take it, they pull it back a little bit, you know, just playing with them. It's fun, it's interesting, it causes a spark in the imagination. It, more than likely, the shop, the company, the place will have people taking pictures, and imagine having a living statue in front of your store. Not only do they take a picture of the living statue, but they take a picture of the whole store with the living statue in front. So that's free advertising on the internet. That's going around to friends, family, anybody else who sees that photo. That's great business opportunity. But there are plenty of different things. I'm also doing fantasy photography, girls into fairies, or you know, that we have dresses, wings, we do the makeup, we do the body art, we do full body paintings. What else can I say about my business? We're venturing forth. There's a whole bunch of projects I want to do that are cancer related, because I have a lot of friends on Facebook who have cancer. I have my dad went through prostate cancer and survived. My aunt just died of cancer. A whole bunch of other things going on. I mean, so I'm working on different book projects, calendar projects, this and that. And if you guys can help, that would be great, because this does take a little bit of money to start off with. And I know you're tired of hearing me talk about it, but oh well. Also, if you noticed on my website, I put up a sponsor a nonprofit gig. That means I'm going to do it nonprofit, but the thing is, it will cost me money for travel and this and that. I don't want to charge, say I go to, you know, Relay for Life or something. I would love to do that event for free, but I need to cover the cost of my paints, cost of the travel, cost of anything else, you know. There are just so many different things that I can go out there and do. It's just that I'm really strapped for cash, and that's where you guys can come in. So the other ways you can do it is, if you don't donate in one of the boxes that pops up or down there, you can order my how-to books or how-to sheets, order t-shirts, mugs, aprons, bags, different things. You see all the pictures I placed on my Facebook page about that. There are several different ways you can help out. You can hire me for an event. Hire me for a birthday party. I charge $100 for the first hour, $50 each additional hour after that, and I do prorate. So if you pay me $100 for the hour, that's fine. I do it. You say go on because there's still more kids going, and I go a half an hour over. Most people would charge you an extra, the full $50 extra for that hour. I don't. The economy's bad enough as it is. I only charge you half of that, $25. Okay? So the total amount is $125. You hire me for 2.5 hours. It's $175, not $200. Okay? So I try to work with you and stuff, and I understand the budget's really tight on a lot of people. So if you just get with me, ask me, you know, call me up, say, hey, I got this thing going on, you know, this is my budget. I'll work with you on it, because nobody should be left out of anything, and I'm here to help you. So, what else? Oh, I just got back from the Virginia Highlands Festival office, and we had just purchased a website for Abingdon's Got Talent. So any of you guys in the local area who are watching this, guys and gals, if you're a teenager, or if you are a parent and your child goes to any of the schools in the area, it doesn't have to be just in Abingdon. It could be Marion, Norton, St. Paul, Castlewood, Lebanon, Bristol, Johnson City, all the surrounding area. If you come to the Virginia Highlands Festival and you want to be entered in for the talent show that we're going to have during the Virginia Highlands Festival, it's for ages 5 to 19. It's only youth oriented right now. We may change it next year. The talents that I'm looking for are not just singing and dancing, which we get a lot of. We want magicians, jugglers, acrobats, comedians, strange talents, you know, dog talents and stuff. If you have your dog and you want to show off your dog, that's fine. We're going to make this bigger and better, and the website's going to allow you to upload a 2 to 5 minute video audition. Sorry, my nose is really itchy now. A 2 to 5 minute audition. And you're going to be able to upload the video like you do with YouTube. You're going to be able to create your own account, you know, do all this and that. I'm setting it up so it's like YouTube, but it's strictly for Abingdon's Got Talent. It's going to be one of the best websites we have that accompanies the Virginia Highlands Festival.org website. And we're in the process of working on that. I'm hoping it'll be up by March 1st. If not, you can still go to abingdonsgottalent.com or .webs.com, abingdonsgottalent.webs.com, and you can go to the site I have built. That's a free site that I built and stuff. It's not really up and it's up and running. It doesn't have a lot of, you know, stuff. There's a lot of issues. Just read it. Read the submissions section. It'll tell you all about it. So, working on also getting a live webcast of the Abingdon's Got Talent so you can be out there. Now, along with myself, talk about my business. You know, you still have a chance to enter in for the contest. It's going on until February 14th. This is the prize for the video submissions. These 3D FX gelatins by Graf Tobin are the photo only submission prizes. And what else to say? I mean, I told you a lot about myself. Here's a question you probably had. When did you really get into face painting? Well, I really got into face painting when I was in Florida, and I went to Circus World. And it's closed now. It's been closed for years. But they had a conveyor belt, and I think I talked about this in another video, but I'll tell you again. They had a conveyor belt face painting line. You go through and you wind through these, you know, ribbons and stuff. You get up to the front of the line and they'll put the white on your face. And then another person will have a sponge with powder on it, and they'll powder your face. And then you go in and you sit down in front of one of the artists and they'll start doing these face paintings. Well, it took me 3 times to get my face painted. 3 different occasions that we went to Circus World. The first 2 times, I ran out as soon as I got to the front of the line. 3rd time, my dad picked me up. He goes, "No more." Sat me down. And I just did it. Next thing you know, I get home and I'm in front of the mirror wall that we have in our living room, underneath the entertainment center that's right there. Excuse me. And I'm just staring at myself for hours on end, just looking at it. And that's what really started it all out. So after that, I just started, you know, here and there and everywhere else and blah, blah, blah. And I'm still a little shy boy, so it took me a little bit of time to actually get it done some more. But now I have my own business, and you can hire me for different events, different things. I mean, go to my website, find out more about it. Go to my Facebook page, find out more about it. My MySpace, my YouTube, this and that, and everything else. Just, if you want to know about me, ask questions. I will tell you everything. I am the most honest person I know, and there is no question I will not answer. Try me. No question I will not answer. Okay? Send me a question. Don't care what it is, I'll answer it. Even if the question, or even if the answer is wrong, at least you'll have an answer. But ask me any question and I'll give you an answer. So, other than that, I think I'm done. I'll probably do a tutorial tomorrow. Not sure what it's going to be. You'll just have to find out. Yesterday's video up here, tomorrow's video up here. Subscribe if you haven't. Rate, comment below. Send me a message. And I look forward to these contest entries that are supposed to be coming in. I mean, it's out there. Do it. I mean, if only one person enters for the video, they get this. If you haven't already got this book, this is the best way to enter, because you're going to get it for free. no cost to you, with the DVD. Okay? More information in the blog towards the next blog down, and it actually has a picture of the book, and it also has a little video showing you some of the faces that are in there and stuff. Couldn't find a video on my FX gelatin, but I do have a picture of the package that it came in. Now don't worry, I lost the instructions, but the instructions are on the back of the bottles on how to use the product, and it's very simple, very easy to use. So and that's going to end my video. Yesterday's, tomorrow's, rate, comment, send me a message, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you on the 20th. Bye.